We are back in Dave's shop, and we are splitting a Tesla battery today. So I'm going to try to get all filmed. I do have to leave for a short period of time, I can pick up a truck. This should be exciting and new. But yeah, it's Alex Lear with us, and of course Cole is here, and that's what we're doing right now. And so I'm going to be time-lapsing most of it, but we're going to take a 100 kilowatt battery and split it so that they can get 250. Pumped out the fluid, which hopefully you guys have seen. Tried not to record it too fast, but I'm not sure how long it's going to take. Hope everyone enjoys the video. If you haven't yet, like, comment, subscribe. Definitely Joy says hi, and thanks for tuning in.
So it's going to be 3.7 volts, right? So if you put a number of those in series, I can't remember how many this is. Maybe it's 7 or 8 in series. then you're going to get the nominal voltage for the module. That's, I think, somewhere around 24 volts, maybe a little bit more. But that's just one cell in series to get that 24 volts. In order to get a lot of capacity, you have to put a lot of those cells in parallel. So you connect all their positive and negative terminals together, and then essentially you just have one big battery, right?
Okay, so they go from in series, and then once they get up to the voltage they want.
Well, actually, you put them in parallel first, and then you start basically stacking parallel sets of cells. And so each one of these sets of cells that you see, like right here, where you see kind of the split between them, those are the groupings, right? So they're kind of funny shaped, but those are the groupings. And so those are the parallel cells. And then at some point in time, when the connections go from all the negative sides of one group to all the positive sides of the other group, then that's where they stack them. And so that's how you get a 24 or so volt module. And then on top of that, now you take the modules and you basically run them into a bus bar that's running, I'm sure back here, and that's connecting all of these modules together. And so by the time you get all the way around, then you've got your 400 or so volt system. Now, with that said, when you put batteries in series like that, you stack them, you have to be careful that their voltages are always exactly the same. Mm-hmm. If you have one that's a low voltage and one that's a high voltage, the overall voltage looks like it's correct, but because you've got some that are at super low voltage and some that are at super high voltage, when you go to charge it, the high voltage ones peak out before the low voltage ones, so your battery is basically saying that it's full, but it's really not. And on the other end of it, when you discharge it, the one that has low voltage in it goes down, and they both go down about the same, but the low voltage one basically says, no, I'm out of voltage, we can't keep discharging the whole pack. And so that's what all of these circuit boards that you can see on the end, of the modules. These are basically monitoring the voltage of each of the individual cell groups. You don't have to monitor every individual cell, just all the parallel sets. So it's monitoring every single voltage on every group in the entire pack. And these boards are all chained together, and then that goes back to the main battery management system. Goes back to the car. And everything is monitored perfectly. So basically, every cell in this pack is the exact same voltage. And when you're charging it, there's a couple different ways you can do this, but when you're charging it, if a cell gets a little bit more than the others, they'll actually what's called shunt the current, or redirect the current through a resistor. So it bypasses that cell, so the other cells can charge up and catch up.
Oh, interesting. That's great.
And that's a passive way of doing it. There's also active ways of doing it, where you can take the voltage from the energy from one cell and move it to the other cells, so that you don't actually waste any of its heat in those resistors. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, 24.66. So yeah, they're about 24 volts or so. And then if we multiplied by 14, that would tell us what the full pack voltage is. You can do another one, but it should be roughly the same. 24.66.
Oh, wow.
So that's good battery management system. So you're to 100th of a volt.